Hello. This is your girl, Miss Felicia Inspire. Today we are here with another tutorial. Today we're going to be doing a removable pixie cut mushroom. Just before we get started, I want to thank all of my new subscribers. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see all of my notifications first. Okay, let's get started. To begin with, I'm going to apply a dome cap to my mannequin head. I'm going to be using the Indian Tara 12327 piece in the number 1. I got it for $9.99 from my local beauty supply store. Now I'm going to be using the 6" out of the Velvet Tara 468. I'm going to be using the 6" on top to close in the quick leaf. So this is how your 27 piece is going to look in the box. It's going to be your 1, 2, and 3" hair. So I'm going to put a plastic cap on the mannequin just to protect it from the glue. Then I'm going to begin pinning down the dome cap in place so that you can begin laying your tracks on the mannequin. Okay, so when you're applying the dome cap, you are going to need some T-pins, and you can get those off of Amazon, or you can go to your local beauty supply store. You're going to use those to pin that cap down because the plastic cap will make it harder to put the dome cap onto the mannequin head. First, I'm going to start off using the 2" tracks out of your 27 piece because you want to give yourself more leverage to deal with just in case you need to razor cut anything. You want to give yourself more room to cut. Like they always say, you can always put hair on, but once you cut it off, that's it. You can't put it back on. So make sure you give yourself more room to mess up, or if you have to cut anything, add anything, however you're gonna do it, just make sure that you give yourself room for mistakes. So I'm going to lay this first track down, and I'm not going to push the track all the way to the edge. I'm going to leave about a ½ of the cap out, simply because you don't want your tracks to lift up, and you don't want you have to keep in mind that this is an elastic band around the edges, so you don't really want to glue too much and then it gets stiff. So you'll do a couple rows from side to side as if you were doing in a U motion, and you'll do those first couple tracks in the 2" and then you'll go to the 1". When you are gluing your tracks, you want to make sure you apply enough glue so that it can adhere to the dome cap. You have to keep in mind that the dome cap is really thick, so you don't want your tracks lifting up after you went through all of the trouble of laying the tracks down. So make sure you blow dry the tracks enough so that they don't move, and you make sure you put enough glue on there so that your tracks don't come up or they don't slide. Just before I speed up the video, you are going to continue to go in a U motion from ear to ear. You're going to make sure that you lay your tracks down in a U motion. When you get to your sideburns, you're going to lay them down, but you're going to use your 2" tracks for your sideburns, or you can use some of your 3" to kind of lay them down if you want them longer. Preferably, I like the 2" when I'm doing a actual client, but on a wig, I did see that was one thing that I wanted to go back and do the next time around. When I make another unit like this one, I'm going to use the 3" so that it can give me more room to have longer sideburns, but you will see that later on. But I did went ahead and speed up the video because at this point you can pretty much do the same motion. It's going to be repetitive until you get to the top, you're going to go in a circular motion, but you'll see when you get further in the video. But here I'm laying down the sideburns, and as you see, I'm laying them kind of going towards the face. It looks as though it's going towards the face, but in actuality, those are going to be your sideburns on the wig. So make sure that you use longer pieces in that area, and make sure you lay those tracks down closer to the edge of the dome cap, so that it can be long enough when you get ready to put it on. If you are enjoying this video, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you get all of my notifications first. Please make sure that you leave any comments, and also hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Share it with your friends, and if you want to learn more, you can leave me any requests. I'll make sure that I put all of my contact information in the box below, so that if you want to leave it anonymously and you don't want anyone to know what you want, just feel free to contact me, email me. I want to hear from you. If you have any suggestions, I want to hear that as well. And we are almost to the crown of the wig, but on a person, it would be the crown of the head. And as you are laying those tracks from side to side, you are going to make sure you are starting those tracks as though the hair is falling towards the face, so that you can cover the edges of the dome cap. So make sure that you're doing that, and we are still using our tracks in the 2-inch at this point. To make sure that your tracks are laying flat, you will have a little bit of space when you are laying your tracks. You don't want your tracks too close where it's bulky. So just in case if you happen to cut and you expose some of the tracks, you can have room where you can add in a track to cover another track. So make sure that when you lay your tracks, you don't put them on top of each other. And just because you're using 27 piece doesn't mean you have to lay them. You don't have to lay all of the tracks. It's okay if you don't use all of your tracks. You're making sure that the quick weave lay as flat as possible. So don't put your tracks too close together, or you will get that bulky look. Now that we are in the crown of the head, we're going to begin building volume. So I ended up having to add in some more hair. I got some 3-inch that I had in the closet. So all I did was add in some more volume to my liking, and you don't necessarily have to do this on yours, but it's going to be for me personally. So to my liking, I like a lot of volume, so I'm going to add in extra pieces to give it more volume. When I go in to cut it, it'll have more layers, and the more hair you have, the more thicker it is. The layers show even more. So I'm going to add in enough volume so that I don't have to worry about curling this at all. Right now, I'm going in with the 3-inch hair, and I'm adding in extra volume. I want that volume to sit up really high, and I want to give it a dramatic mushroom look. Everybody don't want that dramatic look, but me personally, I love it. The more volume you have in the top, and it just tapers down, it looks awesome. So if you love a lot of volume, you can add as much volume as you like. So when you go in with the tracks in the front, you'll do the same thing. You're going to go in a U motion. You're going to go from side to side until you meet in the top. Then you'll begin going in a circle to close the quick weave in. But also be reminded, make sure that you use enough glue so that it doesn't lift, and you don't want to have to go back in and replace any tracks. You don't want to have to go in and glue any tracks back down. So get it right the first time. Put enough glue on there the first time and you won't have any problems. Right now I'm using my 6-inch here, and this is going to be your last length that you're going to use to close the quick weave up. And at this point you can double your tracks, and I've doubled mine because I like to go ahead and make it thick, and it makes your time go by faster when you go ahead and double the tracks, being as though you won't lay these tracks as close together as you would if you're doing a 27 piece. You don't want to have any big gaps either, but you want to have it spaced out just enough so that you're covering the cap and you're not actually making it too thick either. So it's you kind of make the proper judgment so that you can have it making it look great at the same time. You will be using a wide tooth comb to comb and style this hair, so you want to make sure you don't have any gaps, because you space your tracks out too much and you don't want your tracks too close where it's too thick. As you begin to close in on your quick weave, you will see the circle getting smaller and smaller. On this particular quick weave, I will be using the closure that came with it, but right now I'm still doubling my track, and you're just going to go around in a circle and make sure that you have those tracks kind of close in this area so that you can make sure that you have none of your tracks showing whenever you put that closure in, and you can just hold it down, comb the hair down so that you can see where you need to put that closure. And this is how your closure will look. You can trim off the excess lace and kind of make sure that you don't leave any on. I'm using my flat iron, the Ion 1-inch flat iron, and I'm going to flat iron that closure just to make sure that it's flat as possible. And all you're going to do is glue it in and you're good to go. At this point, you're pretty much done laying tracks. All you're going to do, you're going to get your razor comb and you're going to begin shaving down that hair. Make sure that you are light-handed, because you do not want to put any gashes in this weave, and you want to make sure that your transitions are very, very nice. You don't want any lines, and you want to make sure that it shifts very, very smoothly. So make sure that you just take your time and shave it down. Make sure that you pull that hair out and cut the ends off, and this will give it a nice look, a nice custom look. So make sure that you pull that hair out at a 90 degree and cut that hair. All you're doing now is taking your rake comb, just kind of combing the hair in place to show your layers. So that's all you have to do at this point. Now I'm going to remove the wig from the mannequin. All you have to do is just pull the plastic cap out of the wig. I'm going to pop it on and begin customizing the unit to my face and cutting everything to my liking. all you have to do is thin out some of the bang area and on the sides so that you can give it a quick weave look. You want it to be undetectable that this is a weave. So all you have to do is just shave down and give it all you got, and everything that you want it to be, it will be. So make sure that you shave it down. The power is in the wrist. So all you have to do is use your wrist to shape the unit into whatever you want it to be. Comb those layers where you want them to go, and I promise you, you will get the result that you want. All you have to do is just apply your finishing touches, get your trimmers, cut that bang so that everything is all even, and that's all you have to do. Again, I want to thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe and also leave all of your comments below. I'm going to include all information to get you anything that you need as far as getting the weave. If you would like to get some weave and you don't have it in your area, you can always get it online, or either you can go to my website and you can purchase from me. But again, I do want to thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that notification bell to make sure that you get all of my notifications first. And all you're doing, just go ahead and just shave the back down some more. Give it a nice edge up and you'll be done.